This is problem. It was not in mono an hour ago. What the heck? Okay. I fixed it to mono. Okay, are we good? Oh hey Tams, glad you can make it. Alright. I guess we fixed I guess the audio. I had to fix an audio issue anyway, so we couldn't get started until then. Seems fixed, alright, cool. I am peaking the audio though, so let me adjust the volume again real quick. Testing. Testing? Hello, hello. Are we okay? That's a little soft. Yeah, playing around with... Ooh, okay, I think this is good. Am I still peaking? Do I sound weird, chat, or do I sound okay? I'm seeing that I'm peaking. My audio is peaking at a point. Hang on. There's a lot of fine-tuning. There's a lot of fine-tuning I gotta do with this mic. Because it's a fancy XLR mic. I've been using it for a while now, but I'm surprised it's still having issues sometimes. We're good? Okay. Let's finally get the show on the road then, yeah? I've been keeping you guys waiting far too long. 10 minutes now. Okay, let's get the show on the road. So, let's get the new model on screen. But before we get to the new model, what do you guys say to a change of scenery? A change of scenery sound good? Because I've been in this drabble office for a while now, right? Why don't we move over to somewhere? Why don't we move over to somewhere a little cooler? A little cooler? Alright, let's go. This is swanky. Lovely, isn't it? Yeah, we've upgraded a bunch of stuff. We're looking pretty fancy now. So yeah, we've got new overlays courtesy of Axel. Big shoutouts, one of my good friends. Same person who made my logo actually. About time due anyway for having this new stuff. No, it's not Louis Vuitton. But yeah, okay. Now that we're in the new fancy place, it's time to review the model. Gosh, I'm excited. I've been building up to this for like 2-3 months already. Let's not delay it any longer. Hang on. Is that my mouse cursor? My mouse cursor is visible. Let me deactivate that. Okay. Alright. Time for the model review. And starting out first. Hey look, I've got shoes now. That's right. It's a full body model. My old model is a half body, right? It's above. I've got a full body model now. So check it out. I've got shoes. Yeah, I've got shoes and pants now. It's crazy, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. What's up in the air? Look, I don't have a good way to do this. Okay, I'm just scrolling it down slowly. All right. Got a cool new jacket. Got a couple new decals on there. Yeah? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Let's just keep going. Should physics? Not a little bit. There's the straps. Straps are very important. Yeah? Straps are very important. I've got the hoodie straps. What do you guys think of my new jacket, though? Drip? It's drip, huh? Supreme logo. Oh no. Bun straps. Yeah. It's a little bit of a fancier jacket too, right? And check out the shirt too. I've got a fancy new shirt now. Yeah. Fancy new shirt. A little cooler. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Like me. Oh no, like tabs. Oh no. Hooded movie bits? Yeah. Of course I have to keep those, right? The movie bits were always there. They were on my old model too. Yeah. They were on the old model, the floppies, right? The floppies are very important. That's why they're always here. Floppies. Also, hi. Hi, chat. Hello. I have vowel animations. Yes. I have lip sync now. Isn't that cool? Hair. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is as far as I can tease it, right? Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Look at my new model. I'm fancy. Yeah. I guess you can see why I was really hyped about this. I really wanted to show it off. Because yeah, look at the actual quality jump, right? I think I'm allowed to say that, right? Yeah, I'm very happy how this turned out, the detail wise, all the other stuff. Yeah, my hair looks way better. My hair was kind of jank on my old model, to be honest, right? Yeah. The UI changes are super welcome too. Yeah, I really love how the new backgrounds turned out. Yeah, Axel did a really good job. So yeah, this is the new me. I'm all fancy. Yeah, the hair is fine. It's not supposed to sing too much. Yeah, well, if you're using a VTuber model, sometimes you like to have a little more physics, right? So I added a little bit more. But also, you know, like my old model, the hair was a single chunk. It was just left and right. But now I have like a little more detail and stuff, you know? So that's the cool stuff. Yeah. Man, I can't get over the lip sync actually works out pretty well, all things considered. Right? But yeah, so that's the general model aesthetics. Let's zoom out a little bit and show it in full. Lip sync is the best thing, huh? Yeah. So this is the model in full. That's how it looks like. Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. What do you guys think? Yeah. I'm pretty happy how this turned out. Tall. I am tall. I can't help it. Okay. Do I have socks? Yeah, I'm wearing ankle socks under there. You can't see them, but I'm wearing ankle socks. Okay. You want to see what else I can do now with this though? Cause I've got other cool stuff I can do. Here, watch this. You guys ready? Watch this. My hood's removable now. I can take my hood off. Yeah. So on my old model, the hood was permanently on. It's not cause yeah, underneath the hood it's not model anymore. Yeah, that means yeah, I can make that a redemption. You can take my hood down, and you can see my head in full. The hood ears are still there. Yes, the hood ears are still there. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Yes. But yeah, I wanted to challenge myself and like really properly rig hair and stuff, like really go into detail with it. And so yeah, now you can see my hair in full. What do you guys think? It looks way better, doesn't it? Coro finally embracing the furry side. As if I didn't already have a fully furry model. How come the hood ears are gone, sus? We'll get to that. Don't worry, there is an explanation. But before we get to that, I've got a few more things I can show you. This is how I'm feeling right now. I got emotion toggles. Expressions. I have star eyes now. Emotes. Yes. Yeah, so that's one of my toggles. I can do that now when I'm hype. So I've got a hype toggle. That's one of them. And then I have this other one. This is when I'm disappointed in you, chat. This is when I'm disappointed in you. Or if I'm disappointed in myself. Yes, it's my pain emote. I can actually do my pain emote now. Yes, Tams, I will be using it a lot when I'm playing with you. Yes. As much as I hate to admit it. Yeah. And yes, I do have these hotkeys. Like, I can toggle them. I can use them in combination. Like so. They all work together. So, yeah, those are my emotion toggles. Pretty cool, huh? So far, showing off a lot of stuff. I've got one more thing hidden up my sleeve, though. Well, actually, two more things. Surprised I don't have a fiery-eyed Angie emote. I don't really get that way, I guess. I could do it, but I don't really foresee myself using it that much, you know. Same with like a frown or, you know, like in the Angie. I can manually frown. It works. Rage tuber. That's funny. But yeah. You're wondering about the floppies, right? They're still back there, even though my hood is down. They have physics on them too, as you can see. One of those things is years. Yeah, okay. I'm dawdling. Time to show off the cool thing. Alright, so this model does have a name. I'm not just going by version 1, version 2 anymore. I'm calling this model the revision model. And it's gonna be a pun, because I have this cool new piece of tech that I can activate. It's very cool. Do you want me to turn this on? Alright. Here I go, chat. I have a cool digital mask. I use this to, I don't know, AR vision, I guess. I got a monitor in here, I can see stuff. It's a cool mask and stuff. And the ears are up now. Yeah, you may be noticing. Also, so the ears are now up, right? The ears are tech all along, yes. And I can wiggle them. I can wiggle them. I can control them. Yeah, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? I'm really happy how this thing turned out. Let's see what else I can do. So yeah, when they're in the stored position, regular physics applies to them. And when the mask is active and the ears are active, they're manually controlled, so I can move them around as and when I want. Little proof of concept. This will work if on any other... Yeah, this is the alternate mask, yeah. And it's a digital mask, so... Yeah, it's a digital mask, so... That means more toggles. You're asking about the fiery eye emote, right? Here it is. It's hidden. I've got others too. I've got this one. Happy eyes. And so where's the uwu? That's C2's job. I have another model for that. This is as close as you'll get, chat, on the main model. I wanted to have some elements in it and also like to do some practice if I do end up doing like commissions for live 2D models, but hey, I mean, it's close enough. Do you have a new C2 model too? Not yet. These models take months, and this was my first. It's sort of like this model was kind of like a test bed model. I was testing a lot of new techniques and stuff on it, so yeah, C2 is still his old self, but it's gonna take a while to improve it. But yeah, I've got one more. I wasn't. Where was I? Yeah, I have one more. Because I also need to express pain with this model. With the mask. I'm mad, chat. I'm mad at you. I'm angry. Pain. Yeah, it also could be sleepy, potentially, yeah. And so the cool thing is the mask is compatible with the hood. Everything works together. I can have the mask and the hood on at the same time. And it looks like this. It took a lot of work, let me tell you, to get all this working, but I think it turned out pretty well. What do you guys think? Alright. Yeah, okay. That's everything I have for the model. Except one more thing. I do have one more thing. Yeah, hang on. I have to change the lighting, so this one's more of an Easter egg. This is more of an Easter egg because it takes a while to set it up. And I'm probably not going to be using it on a regular basis, but alright, let me just set it up. So stuff's a little dark right now, right? Low lighting conditions. I've got a little bit of a different lighting going on, yes, but okay, let's put the hood back on because I think the effect will be amplified if I use this, and let's turn the mask back on. It's a digital display, alright. So it glows. I didn't want to go too ham with it. I didn't want to make everything glow. At least not on this one, because I was still experimenting with the functions. So I kept it small and simple. Just applied the glow to a few things. So the crown glows up there, and the mask's display glows. So yeah, just a little Easter egg. It won't come into play too often, I think, but the mask apparatus is glowing because it's a digital thing. And yeah, that's my last trick. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to show with the model. That's all the stuff I can do now. Let me go back to regular lighting. I could, yeah, but I didn't prep the model. I didn't prep the model beforehand for making all those spots glowy as well, and retrofitting those to glow is going to be quite a lot of work. So at this point I figured that's something I can save for another time. I'm happy with just like this. I would do that. I would do a lot of neon, to be fair. It's true, I would do that for party mode. Potentially. But for now, that's all the cool functions that my model can do. Yeah. Pretty happy how it turned out. Okay, let me turn the mouse back off. To get to the UI for game time? Yes, because I'm not just here to show off my model, because I wanted to talk about like how I made it and stuff, the live 2D process and everything, because I actually wanted to go into detail like how cool this is in terms of the technical stuff too, you know? I wanted to geek out a bit, so I hope you guys don't mind, and like, you know, you oblige me this little bit. So, the way my head is tilted, it makes it look like I'm permanently bashful. It's a bit downward facing. Oh, hang on. It might be the tracking. Let me recalibrate. Hi. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, I won't mess around with my toggles too much, but do you guys want me to present with the hood up or down, and with the mask up or down? Before we jump into the behind the scenes stuff. I'll put it to quick vote. Yeah, my hair is floofier. It looks wet. There's like shadows on it too, if you notice. If you look carefully at it. Yeah. You want the hood down? Okay. Hood down, mask down. Okay, we'll just present like this. Okay. I won't be going like full detail into like the Live 2D program itself, but I do have a little bit of an art showcase to show this off with, so... And also a bunch of new art that I was working on, like, cause I'm, you know, new model and everything. I'm revamping all the banners and the icons and stuff, so we'll be getting around to it. So yeah, this is the name of the model. It's the revision model, because you know, it's a revision. It's more or less like got the aesthetics of the old design. I didn't deviate too much from it, but I made it fancier. Like, I made it fancier, and the mask part accounts for the vision part. So that's the idea behind the name. Yeah. So these are the initial concept sketches that I did when I was messing around with it. I didn't do too many because, like, when you're making a model for yourself, I guess, and like you're passing it down the pipeline to your own stuff, you usually have a good idea of what you already want. So yes, sort of what I worked with. Before I settled on the idea of the ears being like little add-on electronic bits, they were still attached to the hood like the old one, but you know, general color scheme, general design was already there. I wanted to spice up the clothes underneath the hoodie as well, because the old one was very plain, so modified them a little bit, and yeah, just like, you know, with the hood down, the hood up, the mask, trying to figure out how best to do it. And these are the concept sketches. And this is how the final turned out. Hang on, am I blocking? Am I blocking part of the... Okay, no, I'm not blocking it. Yeah, so that's the final design that we went with. Still more or less the same color scheme, pretty simple. So this is what it looks like behind my head when the hood is down and the mask is not deployed. Obviously, like, it doesn't really fully work like in real life like this, but whatever, it's a fantasy model, I can do what I want. So this is a little floating mask unit on the back. That's where the mask is contained, and the ears are floating from behind there. So when it's deactivated, yeah, they're just floating there by electromagnetism. Let's put it that way, yeah. Then when you activate the mask, it goes down this way, and the mask deploys. Yeah. So that's the design idea behind it, more or less. And why I included it? Because it looks cool. I just wanted to do something special with it, you know? Experiment with what I can do creatively with Live 2D. Yeah. So that answers the question, I guess. If hood down, why you're still there? That's why. That's how it works. I guess we'll get into some of the technical comparisons now. So, the old model was 1500 by 1500. This new model is 4242 by 6000. That's how big the canvas is. It's pretty insane. But that's what you usually get to work with when you have a pro license. You know, you're not restricted to output on a specific dimensions. You can see the resolution's a lot bigger, and yeah, you can tell also. You see like the hair and stuff. Like the hair just looks better. And this is it to scale. This is my old model in full and my new model in full to scale. This is what it looks like. So when you put it like that, it's actually interesting to think about, right? Like the comparison. That's a huge jump in resolution and stuff in detail. Actually, it's really cool because hang on. Let me switch back here for a second. I'll zoom in a bit. You can see there's a lot of detail. I can zoom in pretty close. And it still looks alright. Hi chat, I'm very close up to you right now. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's the amount of detail you can get away with. No, we're not going bigger. We'll just stick with this. Hang on. Shrinking eyes. Oh yeah. So the way I the way I did my eye rigging is when I go wide-eyed, then the pupil contracts. So yeah. So that's actually a thing that just happens normally. I'll go into some of the finer details as well later on, but let's get back to the art showcase real quick, I guess. So yeah, these are the two models to scale. That's just the canvas size stuff. Yeah. And here's a bunch of new art I'm making. It's gonna be my new this is gonna be the new stream stuff for in between. All my new waiting overlays. Yeah. If you guys heard me talking about I'm doing a lot of art but I can't show it off just yet, this is why. This is what I was working on. I couldn't show it until today. I'm sitting on a pile of this stuff. Just waiting for the day that I can show it off. And here it is finally. This is all my new these are gonna be my new stream overlay stream stuff for when we're starting and we're ending. I had a lot of fun drawing these, yeah. I like the one at the bottom too. it get like I managed to capture a certain energy that I didn't realize I had in me. Is it time for you to fan out again? If you want, you're not obliged to, but if you want. And yeah, the commemorative art. I posted this up on my Twitter as a teaser. I silhouetted the one on the left, but here it is, the history of my models. You can see, from humble beginnings. I think it's still a simple model that doesn't really go too fancy just yet in terms of design, but it's the way I like it, and since, you know, it's a representation of myself, I'm very happy how this turned out. Yeah. Do I have any more slides? I forget. I think that's the last slide. Yeah, okay. That's the last slide. Yeah, I think that's it for the presentation. Let's oh yeah, so this is the game screen. When we're doing gaming and stuff, this is what the stream will look like. Okay, I guess little small details that I'll point out because table is dead, yes. There's not a lot of room for a table when I'm a full body model, unfortunately. But no worries. The table's just below. You can't see it. But yeah, Axel yeeted the table. That he did. But okay, yeah. I guess I just got a little more time. I'm gonna point out a few small details that like went into the models, like because I think in general, you guys can tell them like I don't know if you guys can like pinpoint the exact details as to why, but I think the model feels and looks a lot more lively in general, right? Like compared to the old one. There's obviously a lot of the obvious stuff like the increased resolution and the increased moving parts for the hair and everything, but there's actually a lot of small little touches that I put in here to make it feel a little more alive. And those are like live 2D techniques that I learned, which is like some really cool stuff. So I can go into detail if you want. Yeah, you actually, since you mentioned that, I'm gonna talk about it first. The iris actually has physics. It doesn't like just stay the same size like straight. Whenever I do a big eye movement, whenever I do any eye movement, there is a very subtle amount of bounce to it. I think you can pick it out, like here. When I yeah, something like that. There's a very subtle movement to it, so you can actually apply physics to the eye. So, well, well, we call it physics, but it's really just like a bounce. So when the pupil expands and contracts a little bit, it's like it does that automatically before it settles. So that's what makes the eye feel a lot more alive. Yeah, it's most obvious when I go from like wide-eyed to normal. So like, or like, sorry, normal to wide-eyed. You can see the very slight bounce there. That's one of the small details. Yeah. So that's the iris. And then there's also another little bit of detail that like there's a little physics deformer for the entire body. So whenever I make like big body movements, my body actually takes a second to like bounce into position, which makes it feel a lot less stiff. You know, like when I'm moving around like this, it feels more natural, and it's just a small touch there, but that's how you do it. So those are the two major things, the little details. It's all done with Live 2D. Yeah, there is a lot of work that goes into like rigging all these extra parameters and stuff, and there's kind of like an art to it too. Like it takes a bit of practice. I have to admit, no programming involved. It's purely rigging. It's the same principle as 3D rigging. Once you rig up all the skeletons for all the parts, then you can move those parts independently. That's pretty much how it works. So you designate certain parts as like physics parameters, and there's a physics engine to Live 2D. So I guess there is some programming involved there, but we don't do the programming. That's all on the back end. They handle it automatically. So it applies physics to any part that you apply physics to. So for example, on my model, movement physics attached to my head include my hair. My hair moves according to how my head moves. Like there's a little bit of lingering physics to it. And the ear bits when they're not deployed. And since my head also moves my body, that translates movement down to my straps as well. So the straps also have physics moves when they move. So yeah, that's how that works. Man, when the lip sync works, it's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty darn close, isn't it? It's kind of cool. That's like the big thing that I'm still sometimes freaking out about it when I look at it. And I'm like, whoa, how is this working so well? I had to rig every single vowel mouth form to get this. It took me like 5 hours, just so you know. Very worth it though, isn't it? And apparently there's like ways I could get it like even more accurate depending on like phenom mic inputs and stuff. I could potentially push it to be even more accurate, but I was experimenting with the mic input and it's a little bit inconsistent. It actually messed around with it and made it a little less accurate at some points. So I left it off for now, but maybe I need to tweak the settings a little bit. Either way though. Yeah, the mouth was the big improvement. Yeah. Cause my old mouth was just like, it was literally just like a lemon slice. It was an empty lemon slice with just lines. There was nothing in it. It could only open and close and like vaguely smile. Now I have like the full set too. And also because I needed like, I have like teeth now. Because you need teeth to in order to show like the full extent of the vowels and stuff. So yeah. And hair, yeah, hair is the other big improvement. Like you can see this. Actually, let me count into it. So there's one background piece there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think, yeah, 9. It's either 9 or 10. 9 or 10 separate pieces to get hair that looks this smooth. And this is actually on the lower end. We can go even more detailed if we really wanted to get even smoother looking hair. But I'm happy with this. Like, you know, having bangs like this that cover one eye is already a little trickier to work with, but I really like how it turned out. No, you won't do every strand of hair, that's overkill. But you're doing like each individual bang, more or less, and like the way they deform. And keep in mind, like every section that you separate has to be rigged for every head movement too. So you have X, Y, and Z to account for. It's a lot of work. But there's also like the way that like the deformer path on the hair too is a little more detailed as well, which is why it's like it's moving in a way that looks like hair, I guess. Like it's very specific. You have to rig it in a certain way in Live 2D. Tilting my head back and forward, yeah. Look. I can go left and right. I can go up and down. And I can go side to side. X, Y, and Z. There's a lot. Rigging the head. Well, firstly, the work that goes into Live 2D is first you actually have to prepare the drawing for Live 2D rigging, which means everything has to be on separate like layers, and like you need to have everything covered, and like you need to prepare it in a way that actually is like ready to be rigged. And then you go in and then you have to rig every single angle. Which actually brings me to the last thing I wanted to talk about, the hood. Let me tell you, chat, if you're getting into Live 2D, do not start with adding hoods to your models, because you will be in a world of pain. Do you know how hard it is to get a hood to deform naturally and like have separate layers for it? Because look, the hood is front layers in front of the face and back layers behind the face, combining both and then making them deform in a way that doesn't desync them or like leave gaps and stuff. It's super hard, let me tell you that. Actually, you could probably already tell on my old model, like even just on the presentation itself. Yeah, let me go back to it for a second. Like you can see, like just right here, look at the hood. It was less noticeable. It was definitely less noticeable on version 1. I think you could, but you guys probably noticed it, right? On version 1 it was less noticeable because the hood was entirely gray. It was solid color. So the rim like wasn't immediately obvious that it was like weird. Here you can tell, it's very obvious, isn't it? Like you can tell what piece is detached from the rest of the body, right? You can tell like the lower part is attached to the collar of the body, and the upper part is literally just like stuck on top in front of the face. It was jank, but it's the best I could do. And yeah, it's because like the basic hood that I did on that old model literally consisted of front piece, which you can see like it's literally the part above my head and the rim going down to where the collarbone is. That's one part, and then the back of the hood is the second part, and that has to deform along with the head so that it doesn't like exceed where the head is. And yeah, it worked decently well on V1, and V2 is when I think when I was showing a V2, I mentioned it as well, that I was like reaching up against the limits of what I could do with that model, and if I wanted to really improve it, I would have to start from scratch again. That is why. The hood was basically really jank. So this new hood is after a year of expertise of it in order to make it look this smooth. And honestly, if you squint hard enough, like it doesn't, nothing really stands out as really bad, but like if you really stare hard enough at where it connects down to the front of my hood, I think you can see a little bit of weirdness going on there. Like it's clearly not, like it's wiggling around a tiny bit. I'm drawing attention to it because I don't mind. I worked on this model really hard, and like I'm fine with showing off a little bit here and there. That may not be the best, but this hood actually consists of like 3 parts now. So there's the front rim. The front rim is one part, the hood on top of it is the second part, and the back of the hood is the third part. So this thing deforms as my head turns. So every angle that I turn my head, I had to go in there and very carefully rig how it is so that my head doesn't like clip through the hood. Because by default, the head tends to clip through the hood, so I had to adjust it. But I was very thorough, and no matter which way I look now, the hood deforms naturally, together with my head. And it even like droops a little bit too when I tilt down hard enough. There's also very subtle physics on the hood. There's a very subtle piece of cloth physics on the hood. I think it's most obvious if I do this. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. It's very minor, but it's there. There's a small bit of bounce. It's a little touch though, but it makes it feel more alive. Yeah. But it's all worth it because it's me. I like my hoods. Of course I need a hood in my model. Hoodies are comfy and easy to wear. I gotta have one. So it's all worth it. I think I'm really happy how the hood turned out too. That was one of the biggest improvements on the old one that I got really happy about. Along with shorts. Yes, shorts are comfy and easy to wear too. Also, like with the last model, you can't see it right now, but I do have a fully rigged right eye underneath my hair. You can actually see a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think at any point my hair moves too far away to actually see the eye, but you can catch little glimpses of it, and yes, you can see it blinking behind there. It's fully rigged back there. You will never see it, but I put in the work. Oh, now you know it's there though, because I told you. And obviously you can tell I did rig both eyes, because when I turn my mask on, I have blinking on both. The digital mask also tracks my eyes, yeah. So I have two things going on. Also, I can wink. There you go, proof that both my eyes are tracked. Okay, yeah. In general, it's an old meme that in VTubing, winking is one of the hardest things to do. Because if you're not used to it, yeah, it's very hard to tell. But I can do it. I practiced a little bit. It's actually really hard to do. And if you guys are wondering how I'm controlling the ears, because I am manually controlling them through expression. Yeah. Hood down, mask down, star eyes, wink. Well, you can't see my other eye anyway, so it's not really... It doesn't really look like a wink. But yeah, the mask, right? Like the ears are controlled by something like controlled by my expression. It's not like mouse movement or any hotkey. I am actively moving this around in real time, and it's actually a really cool trick that like anybody can. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious out there if you look into how to do it. But anyway, you want to guess how I'm controlling the ears? I'll show you a couple tricks though. When I'm smiling, the years go up. And when I'm frowning, the years go down. So it works very well with the expressions. The tracing points are not on my lips. Good guess though. Good guess though. If they're on my lips, then how am I doing this? Yeah, eyes are close. Eyes is one of the things that you can link it to. But yeah, actually, you get that close, I'll tell you. You link it to the brows. The brows are what you link it to, because people naturally, when they have expressions, when they're happy, they go like this. And when they're sad, they go like this. So the ears just kind of naturally follow it in place. But also, if you really want to wiggle them around, you can still do that. Like so. So yeah, this is proof of concept basically that like part of the reason why I did this is also because if I ever take more live 2D commissions and I don't know if someone wants a furry model or even just like anime girl with ears model, you can actually have movable ears. So that's something that I did in order to put it on like my demo reel. Like I know how to do this, so if you want to have ears that like move, I can do it for you, that kind of thing. But also, I just thought it's cute. Yeah, I'm basically, I did want to incorporate more rabbit motifs as well into my model, without going full furry. Like the reason I don't want to go full furry is because I already have one. I'm keeping this main model as is, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of C2. But we're getting pretty close. Rabbit mask. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you guys find it cute. Alright. I think that's everything. Oh yeah. One other thing I did change in my setup is I'm actually using an iPhone camera to track myself now. Previously I used a webcam, and the webcam works perfectly fine, but this level of accuracy on my mouth right now, on my mouth forms, is because I'm using an iPhone's like face track camera. Because iPhones have like, the thing they use for the animojis and stuff, they actually have really good face tracking because of that. So it's the same kind of technology that powers that. It's powering my model right now. I didn't specifically go out to buy an iPhone for this. I have an iPhone that was compatible already, but I did buy the app on the phone in order to use it to data stream over to the PC, and the result is what you see that now. Yeah, iPhone is pretty accurate. This is how I'm doing this. This is how I'm doing my lip sync. So that's why it looks like that. And going forward, I have my setup for this now. I will probably be using this. Unless I'm streaming like a phone game, then I'll be going back to the webcam. But yeah, just a little tidbit there. Okay. I think that's everything I have for you guys. That's everything I wanted to show off. How did you guys find that? Well, actually, you guys have been telling me. You've been telling me all along. Yeah. To match it, you need a $100 camera. It's not so much the camera, it's the software. There's like face recognition software side stuff. There's one more thing I need to share. My stream schedule. Oh, right. I'll work on my stream schedule for the week later. Now that we're back with the new model, I will be going back into regular streaming again. But I do have one special announcement, and if you look, I think it's somewhere on my channel. Where is it? If you look down, I think we look down. Oh no, it's not visible immediately. I hit 500 followers, which is crazy. I didn't expect to hit 500 followers so soon. But actually, it happened like yesterday on the Pokken stream. Not today, but it happened yesterday, which means I gotta do something special to celebrate now. So I'm thinking, some of my friends, they've been doing subathons. I've never done a subathon before, so I'm thinking about it. Like, even if nobody subs, which I'm totally fine with, you know, I just want to do. I think doing a marathon stream at some point could be an interesting idea. But I don't think it can be anytime soon. Maybe not this month, cause my esports schedule is kind of packed, and I gotta do some stuff there, here and there for it. But yeah, it's one of those like every time someone subs, the stream extends, that kind of thing. But we cap it. Yeah, one of my friends, Leonaris, did one recently. Went on for 36 hours. He was a real trooper. I don't think I could do that. That would kill me. Sir, ma'am, I have done a 24-hour stream before. I've done it once. So, I think I'll be fine. I just won't go past that. Yeah, we're not doing an uncapped one. We'll have a cap. Like, I don't know, 24 hours or something. Like, base 12 hours and then go on for at most 24 hours. I think something like that might be doable. But I'll have to plan that. So, 500 follower subathon won't be anytime soon. I might be quite a bit past 500 by the time I actually do it, but I think that will be in the works. That's something I'll plan. Schedule wise, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, schedule wise will be. Otherwise, I'm using that word a lot. Regular schedule. We'll be getting back to a bunch of games that I've left halfway through. So we gotta finish Xenoblade Future Connected before 3 comes out, and we'll probably want to get at least a little bit more progress into Monster Hunter GU. We're trying to finish up low rank at least, and yeah, the couple remaining emergency monsters in Rise. Also, Legends Arceus. Although we did get the Manaphy quest done, so that one is I don't mind leaving on the back burner if I need to. But Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamonds Challenge Run are also things that I could go back and play at some point. Yeah, I think that's the main things on the schedule. Oh, and Final Fantasy VII. Although 7 is kind of neither here nor there. We'll just slowly work through it. No, the original. I'm playing the original first. Remake is... Well, I don't own Remake yet, so... Remake will have to wait. We're playing original 7. Oh! I almost forgot! One more little detail on my model. Well, you've probably seen it already. I have shadows now. These are dynamic shadows. They're attached to the upper parts, and you have to rig them to get... you have to rig them separately from the main parts. But... my old model was completely flat color. There was no dynamic shadows at all. Kind of like my neck. My neck is a flat shadow as well, which works fine because it's not going to be moving around too much. But the hair, it's dynamic shadows. I figured out how to do those too. No, there is no. I'm not changing the light source. These are baked in, but they're baked in with opacity, so they're like mask layers. There's one of the trickier things I had to pick up as well, but I figured out how to use mask layers, and now I have dynamic shadows. There's also some on my... they're all on my hoodie as well, down there. So adding a little bit of detail here and there. Yeah. Man, I pack so much new advancements into this model, sometimes I forget. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it, genuinely. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much, guys, for joining me here today. I've been anticipating showing this off for like ages now. Imagine sitting on this model for 3 months. Well, for 2 months. 1 month actually after I finished it, but like 2 months, I'm like 2 months in, I'm like doing some cool stuff. I'm like, I really want to talk about the cool things I'm doing, but I can't. Yeah. It was a pain, let me tell you, but I'm glad I finally got to show this off. I'm really happy. So thank you everybody for showing up to this and just entertaining me showing off my latest bit of artwork, because this is basically my art. Like, it's a cool art project, right? And it's the excitement of showing off a cool new art project that also doubles as like a cool little thing that you can show off. I might open live 2D commissions at some point. Maybe not so soon. I do need a break from live 2D stuff, but if anyone's actually willing to like buy like 40 to 50 hours of my time for me to make them a model that looks like this, I'll be totally willing. Might be doable. We'll see how it goes. But we'll see when my schedule opens up, I suppose. Yeah, no joke, I think. B2 being something special. I think I've gotten a lot more confident having like streamed with a model. Like before this I was just a voice streamer. Now I've got something I can put on stream that people can connect to, and that's something special, you know. Even if it's a digital avatar, it's a digital avatar that's moving around and mirroring my actual expressions really closely now, and I think that helps me connect with people, and that makes me happy. I can do small smiles too. It's cool. Yeah. And Live 3D actually can work for more than just streaming too. Like, it works for game assets and stuff, so like you can manually animate stuff with the skeletons too, so there's a lot of applications for Live 2D. I think it's probably going to be one of the cool new programs that like might have demand in the future, so it's a cool skill to learn. And honestly, yeah, making stuff in this program is super fulfilling for me, at least, because when you see the end result, like when you're drawing, you're literally just drawing the model, and like rigging is just rigging a bunch of stuff. But when you actually like finish the rigging and stuff, and then you start moving around the model in its WIP format, man, it's like magic. It's like, holy shit, it's alive. That's incredible. And I made this, and I didn't even know it would turn out this cool. That's the kind of feeling I get when I work on Live 2D. It's just a lot of genuine excitement. It's honestly some of the coolest stuff like I've been feeling with any creative art project over the last year. Actually, more than a year now. I made my original model like early last year, yeah. But you know what I mean. But yeah. Okay, I'm rambling. Any last requests from chat to player that you guys want me to do with my model? I'll leave the floor open. Actually, if you guys got any questions or whatever, I don't know. I don't do just chatting streams very often, so I don't know how to close these. But yeah, a little bit of chat engagement, I guess. Anything else you guys want to see or whatnot before I wrap up? Lights off, hood on, mask on. Okay, hang on. I did do that just now, I think, but I guess I did it quite quickly, so. Okay, this is the lights off. Got a little sheen to the glasses too. They actually like they're actually transparent normally to like very slightly translucent, so that you can actually tell like there's a lens there. But okay, hood up and mask on. There's actually a feature you can do with the software here that like sets dynamic lighting based on like a game or something. Like if you set up a game and you set the program to hook into it, it would actually match the lighting in the game. So it makes vaguely feel like you're in there. Gonna make the BG and stuff dark too. Well, this is just like lighting on my model specifically. The main application is for like color picking into a game and stuff. Actually, I guess. Do we have time for a demonstration? Nah, it's a bit late, unfortunately. I'll demonstrate that another time, I guess. The background picking. Although I won't turn it on too often because like background picking when I'm like picture in picture is not quite the full effect. If I'm doing a full screen game, it makes more sense, yeah. Looking forward to using this model more often too. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm definitely going to be using it like, well, it's going to be my main model from here on out. But yeah, it makes me happy that you guys like it. I am very happy. The game could appear on the mask. I could green screen it on there potentially, but I don't know how. Maybe for an April Fool's stream. Yeah, maybe an April Fool's stream. I might like play like this. Maybe I play like this and I put the game in front here on top of the mask. So like you'll just see whatever's here. Oh, I am clipping. It's very smooth too, yeah. Yeah. It will be meaningless. It will be funny too though. Yeah. I only have these couple pre-can I only have these emotions though because like they have to be rigged as well so that when I turn the mask it doesn't look weird. So I won't be able to map it like so that it the screen rotates with my mask. It will just be like a green screen and I'll be like peering into a dimension behind it. So it won't be quite the exact same effect, but I could do it. Red whiskers for blush? I'm running out of hotkey toggles, unfortunately. I'll have to start using keyboard hotkey toggles if I keep going. Might be doable, but I don't see myself using a blush emote very often. That was one of the things I did consider. Like even more additional emotes and stuff, but actually, hang on. I might be able to work something out. Even without that. Because VTube Studio has a bunch of like pre-canned stuff in here. So let me go looking in the inventory. Do we have a blush item in here? No, we don't have a blush, unfortunately. Yeah, no blush. I would have to download one. But okay, it's a little jank, but whatever. I can do this. I got a bunch of items in here. I've only got the defaults to pin to here, but it's doable. Let's see what else they got. Can't do that. Oh, I got this. Okay, this is silly. Actually silly. Yeah. Let's get out of there. That's not for me. That's for C2. That's not a me thing. That's for C2, right? We want to save that one for C2. See what else we got here. Oh right, they have this thing. Yeah, you can play around a little bit. There's a few pre-can items that you can attach to your model and stuff. That do move around with your model. So there's a few options. It's overkill though. Well, you get the idea. I'm probably not gonna mess around too much with them, but if there was a blush in there, I could attach a blush. And like, you know, the cross veins and stuff. To wear hoodies with that in this country, you'll burn out. Yeah. Yeah. Why is it gotta be so hot in Singapore, man? I just want to dress like this on a normal day, on a normal circumstance. But it's too hot. I can't wear my hoodie. I'm sad. Yeah, I love how expressive this can be. Like I can just toggle this and be like, Heard you talking shit, chat. Heard you talking shit. I'm coming for you, chat. Chat. Yeah. I was playing around with my model a lot. You can see. You can probably guess. I was playing around with it a bunch. Alright, yeah. I am spending a lot of time right now. We should probably wrap up, right? We should probably wrap up. You guys will get to see a lot more of this model as I go along. Yeah. Once again, thank you sincerely. Thank you everybody for showing up. I'm glad I got to show this off to you guys. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the show. It's been 1 year since I became a VTuber, and it's honestly been one of the best things to happen to me in terms of like, even just like, I know it sounds a bit extra, but in terms of like self-growth and stuff, this has really been a big life changer for me. Especially since I made everything up. Like I made everything in my model from the ground up for myself. So yeah, it means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me that you guys are here to watch me do it. It wouldn't be the same without people to share the experience with, you know? So yeah. Alright. I won't get too sappy. Let's call it at that for today. Yeah? And Should I show you guys a little preview? I also changed the stream notifications. No one's triggered one so far today. So I'm just going to trigger a test one. I'm not asking you to sub. Please don't do that. I don't want your money like that. But I'm just gonna trigger a sample. I'm just gonna trigger a sample. I've got recent events. I can play it. I can just play them back. Seriously, don't. So this is what the follow sounds like now. You guys hear that? Should probably reduce the background volume a little bit. So that's the follow. Oh, gifted sub still stuck on the old sound effect. Never mind. I'll have to fix that later. Oh. Yo me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, the chat message is really small. I don't know if you guys can read that. There it is. There's the chime. Well, yeah. The new notifs are... they're in line with the rest of the UI too, so I finally got an original ones. I know maybe some of you guys will miss the Pokey Annie GIFs, but it's a little more professional now, I think. Yeah. And to keep the knot to one of my very favorite things, you know, the sound effects are from PMD now. Yeah. And we've also got let me trigger this test. Yeah, I'm just showing off my sound effects now. And then if a raid happens, this last one, yeah. If a raid happens, we get this. Yeah, I'll adjust the volume for them eventually. They are a little soft. I'll up the volume soon, eventually. But yeah, I guess this was one of the last things I had to change before the stream, because right before this was a Pocket Esports stream, and I didn't want to switch the notifications over that soon. But yeah, I'll tweak the audio up, but it's gonna be those. So we have more chimes than just the Game Boy chime now. So yeah, okay. Now I'm done. That was literally the last thing I wanted to show off. I am dawdling very long. Okay. Actually, is there any... Let's see if there's anybody worth raiding. Oh yeah, Multiplayer Monday is going on right now. We should probably raid... We should raid Leonaris. He's the guy who did the subathon for 36 hours and is crazy. So, I'm gonna send you guys over to him, spread some love, tell him I said hi. I don't have a rate message. I really should start doing those, I guess, but yeah, say hi to him for me, and yeah, I think we'll wrap it up for there. Thank you everybody for watching, and looking forward to more streams of you guys. Stay safe, and see you soon.